Welcome to IHE in the Kiss Room. I'm Rick.
I'm Laura.
You already introduced yourself there.
I thought we were being introduced.
I thought you were going to introduce them too.
I have to do it. So tonight we have a whole room full of people.
We're very excited.
Very special guests.
I'm very excited.
We have my two sisters, Christine. Say hi to the people.
Hello.
Whichever angle.
And Michelle.
Hello.
And of course, in the background, we have our tech guy and Laura's husband, KS, and my lovely wife, GS.
Hey, hey.
And another special guest, my brother-in-law, Hilly.
Hello.
Hilly, say hi.
He said hello.
That's it. That's the intro.
That's the intro. We have a
pretty
large room of people.
This is the most people we've had in this room at one time for the podcast.
I'm excited.
Are you?
I am.
We're excited to be
I
here.
mean, I'm sort of excited. You can see I got my sister t-shirt on.
Could you
Nice. And
tell us, in case people can't read it, what does it say?
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
people
know.
can actually read it.
You don't.
it says, I'm a proud brother of wonderful, sweet, and awesome sisters. And yes, they gave me this shirt. And yes, they think this is funny.
Because it is.
Because it is.
It's amazing.
That's the t-shirt.
So, the last time we met was, what, before the holidays?
Yeah,
Right?
well
It was.
before.
So, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
You
Happy
too.
Hanukkah. Whatever holidays you will celebrate.
Kwanzaa.
I was just going to say that.
Happy Kwanzaa.
And we got some comments while we had some new shorts released. Thank you, Tech Guy. We had some nice comments.
Were they nice? They weren't that nice.
Well, they weren't that horrible either. But we love comments, so keep them coming, first of all. Good,
Yeah,
bad,
we're okay
indifferent.
with people being dicks on YouTube.
Oh,
it's fine.
no. See? You took that bait. I knew you were going to say that. I don't
What'd you
think they were being
expect me
dicks.
to say?
The one that the first comment we got was, GS and I got in trouble.
So, that one, so the short, for everybody watching now, the short is about Kiss putting out a disco album, which I did state that it's not a disco album.
Every
There
single
is-
time we poke fun at this.
It's a disco song. However, if you listen to the whole album, which after they made that comment, I did listen to the whole album. And I got to tell you, there's more than one disco song on that album.
See, I really didn't know that at first. I was just saying that to be funny.
So some of the songs are not disco, but there's a few that have a disco vibe. So for the guy that said, we have no idea what we're talking about and we need to listen to the
Well,
album, I
I
did.
Definitely don't
And there's
really always
more
know what
than
I'm
one
talking
disco
about,
song.
But thank
So
you for saying
then
that. Well, hold on.
he
hold
also
on.
said we should go back and listen to rap shit, which
Well, that was directed at me. Because I do. I
mean,
talk about rap.
only once in a while.
Actually, a little bit more than once in a while.
It's only once in a while.
And his name was Ron James. Not that I looked into it.
Ah, we're
He
pointing-
also has anxiety videos on his YouTube, which is a very
did
good
see that.
anxiety video.
I did see
I
that.
did like it.
They're good. It's goofy.
However, nobody knocked disco. Did we knock disco that
No,
episode?
absolutely not.
I did. In the short, I say I don't. The disco sucks, and then he also said, "Disco music is great music."
Well, I
Good for
like
you.
how he knocked rap
Depends on the
music, but
artist.
if you think about when rap music really
Sounds
hit
like Ron's got
the
a
radio
problem.
and the mainstream, it was Rapper's Delight. And Rapper's Delight was influenced by a disco song.
So then there was a reply to his comment, and somebody else called us clowns with microphones.
Which is true. No, it was idiots with microphones. But
no,
again,
no, it says clowns
Oh,
with
does it
microphones.
say clowns?
Yeah, that
But
says clowns.
hold on.
but it's
though.
true.
How could
Everybody
we
who-
not know Kiss music and the background that you have?
Oh, I know exactly what I was talking about the first time.
Ah,
I mean, I did
We're
say that
literally
it was
sitting
only.
in a Kiss room.
Room. Every intro says in the Kiss room.
I mean, I did originally say that it was only one song, but I recant that statement. It's more than one song on that album.
But I think you said that I said it was a disco album.
You
so
did.
Huh?
No,
Oh,
I
you
think
did.
Okay, so
but
sorry,
I definitely
I
said it.
apologize.
But if,
I know I
well,
said it.
here's the thing, too. If
I'll
you
admit it.
listen to, and again, I'm not. It sounds like we're nitpicking the comments. We love comments, but I just want to point out. Sometimes, if you listen to when we talk about the disco album, we're doing it to egg him on and get him going. So, I mean, whatever.
Give us time.
I know, that's why I'm so excited. So, now that that's talked about,
Well, so then there's the guy that
Oh,
called
we're
us
still
clowns
going.
with microphones. And to that guy, I say, thank you.
yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing. The crazy shit that goes on in the world everywhere around us, right? Every day. Whether it be the stuff, the real deep shit that's going on in the world, or just the day in, day out monotonous bullshit of work, whatever you need to do to disconnect, do it. Well, this is how we do it. And that works. You don't have to watch. That's the beauty of the internet. You don't have to watch.
Oh, they're watching, apparently. They don't even like us. They think they were clowns. And
But again, they're not
Still
wrong.
Oh, give us
One
viewers,
person.
so continue on.
no, actually, that short got over 200
No, one
views, I think.
person thinks that you're
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh,
we're
yeah,
just
yeah.
talking about the
This
comments
is the
to drive
person
more
that
comments. Let's be
That was
real.
one-
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of other people that think we're clowns. It's not just that one guy. He was just the only guy that opened his big
He's
mouth.
the one that had the balls to say it.
Yeah, there's plenty of other people that think we're
However-
clowns.
He had 15 minutes before Mom called him upstairs for dinner.
Actually, not that I looked into it, but that, I mean, they look like pretty interesting people. I mean, if the people I pegged were right. That's
So
what
there
I
you
do.
go. And now the
Somebody's
dogs are
here.
barking again.
I'm just kidding. So, during the holidays, Rick and GS were kind enough to invite us to a holiday party where we got introduced
Really?
to the entire family.
We had a good time.
It
Right?
was a great time, which is why we invited everybody today.
Found out our cousin wasn't wanted,
Oh my
or was supposed to be named Sue.
So yes, I was
that's a
exposed
Facebook
to
comment.
a few hours of wonderful family, and I'll tell you, it made me feel very normal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It also made me realize that I think the reason we are friends is because you remind me of my older brother a little bit.
Are we friends?
Oh.
Fuck you.
I really
I'll
don't
stop
like that
bailing
you're
you out. I
sitting
mean-
so far back like that. It's very strange. I can't.
Don't move the chair, dude.
I'm trying not
People freak out.
to. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Well, for the record, I call you the work wife.
Yes, we heard.
We're at the party.
As I walk into the room, the work wife. I was like, what?
So we had our annual party with family and friends, and we had a good time.
It was a good time.
There's a
There were
possibility.
Amazing stories
A slight possibility
that you have
you
an
had too
anger problem for the entire.
that I drank too much that night.
Just a smidge.
Allegedly, I may have come downstairs after everybody left in my underwear and a wife beater.
Thank God I was gone.
Looked at my
did.
wife and said, I'm going to bed.
Yes, you did. Exactly like that.
It sounds like Al Bundy.
You looked right at me.
Allegedly, this happened. But,
That's exactly what you did.
and
And
then
I
went
giggled at you
upstairs
and I said, okay, have a good time.
I went upstairs, I passed out. And
We're gonna need pictures of that next time.
So, back to the cousin story.
Mhm.
Named
His
Susie.
father
Wait, did
said
I miss?
he
I
didn't-
remember. Oh,
his
I was.
father
I
said he
remember.
didn't want him.
Well,
Well, so you got to explain what you're talking about because nobody knows.
I
So
like
we
the
have a
Susie
cousin.
story.
We have a cousin
we went
named
right to
Gary.
ripping out the heart.
We
Sorry.
have a cousin named Gary, and apparently
Was he okay with us throwing his name out there? Why don't we just
Yeah,
say
he's
it?
fine.
He's fine.
He's fine.
He'll be
This
all right.
poor kid.
Glad that we're recognizing He's just glad that we acknowledge that he's family.
Does
He'll
he
be
watch the
alright.
podcast?
Not yet, but we'll get him.
But
to.
he will.
He will after this one.
Oh man.
So I don't even know the rest of the story. Why?
So
what's
Dennis
the
was
sto-
standing there, and
You were there.
Dennis said that they had Janet, and
Was
he didn't think that he wanted anymore. And then Gary came along, and he
Oh,
thought that
I
it was
see.
a girl, so they were going to name her Sue.
Now I get it. All right, well.
As he's just standing there and his mouth dropped slowly.
And
as
so
his
from
father
now
said,
on, Gary is now Sue.
Nice. Well, when he does watch this, he'll love that.
Hours of therapy is what it's going to take.
So there was also a story. What did you call it?
The pregnant Gina Bird story.
No, but what is this?
Oh my god.
I was thinking of a horror room, but pause the horror room.
I
Oh, Hoe House.
Hoe House.
I don't know about that because I was not there. That's
Pregnant
Shell.
bird. What?
Pregnant
Well, I thought
bird.
this would be
What's
like
a Hoe
later in the
House?
show. No,
Oh,
two seconds
calm
later.
down there, husband.
You have to ask Shell about the Hoe House because I was not
Calm
there.
down there. Not the type of hoe you're thinking in the garden.
Gotcha. Like a gardening party.
So Shell will have to tell the Hoe House story.
A gardening party. Oh, God.
So are we going with the bird part?
No, we'll go with the Hoe House
Oh,
stories.
okay.
And then we'll go. We're not over.
Then we'll lead into that.
Yes.
We're
You're
looking
gonna
We'll
at
circle
a
back.
looking at a
KS, you are going to be out of that whiskey very quick. Okay. Hoe House.
So, our parents used to play dice, and we used to play upstairs, me, my cousins, and my brother.
That's this one right here.
So, my brother was the oldest, and Gary always liked to go hang out with him, and he never let him. So, when he let him, we would set up our room,
Allegedly.
my room. Yeah. We'll get to the when Gary
Till
fell
he
off
beat
your
him.
bed.
Till he beat him up, and
Yeah, and hit his
Allegedly.
head. Um, so we would set up the room, and we would have like the little boom box with the haunted house music. We'd have a little wire going by the door, so we would trip when he came into the door. We would hide, and then we would just jump out and scare him, and he would run out of the room screaming down the steps, telling his parents, and they would say, "Gary, go back and play with your cousins." As he's crying because we're making fun of him and teasing him.
The tripwire. Thank God my brother didn't think of that.
Anytime we ever went to our parents at that age, they always said the same thing. Just
Yes.
go. It's fine.
Just go
You'll
play
be
with your
alright. Just go
cousins.
play with your friends, your cousins. You'll be alright.
Yeah.
And that's it.
until he wasn't.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what happened? I was
That
there.
that's your story because I was not there.
DDT, WWEF,
No,
what
we-
was going on?
WWF.
And don't sit there all quiet because you have a story to go into right after it.
Which one?
Who threw somebody? What? Did you throw your sister off the roof?
I put her in a camel clutch.
Wow.
So don't act all
I know
innocent over
that
there.
feeling too.
Okay,
I put
so
her in a full Nelson.
I know
used
that
to-
feeling.
I used to put Michelle in the figure four a lot.
I was just gonna say that one next.
And the what's
So-
the one on the ground?
again, I
Figure
feel
four.
more normal.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah. So we were actually at our house that we grew up in, and allegedly I may have power bombed Gary onto my bed, and he bounced off the bed and slammed his face into my nightstand.
Did he need stitches?
No. I mean, there was some blood, but nothing to be too concerned about.
I'll go upstairs and play, Gary. You're fine.
What's real? Well, actually, we kind of got in a little bit of trouble because I may have told him, allegedly, I may have told him to lie and just tell him that he fell, which he did.
Well, you kind of did fall.
No,
Oh, he fell.
don't condone this.
Oh, he fell.
Dude,
No,
He fell because
alright.
someone made him fall.
no wonder the youngest, I'm talking about myself here, we're so fucked up.
He was just bleeding a little bit. Like his tooth cut the inside of his lip, and a few minutes later, he was fine. Back to power bombing. That's the story.
Well, maybe I should take a minute and thank my brother for never power bombing me.
It was good times.
Treating him like a Stretch Armstrong. Just eating the crap
And then when my son got older, I used to do it to him too.
Yeah, you did. All the
The
time.
power
Can't-
slam. Do you ever do the
can't
power
stop.
slam?
Oh, all the
Where you lift
time.
them up above
Do you
your head and
remember
then
Oh God!
You did that
Slam
to
'em.
Joey
Oh,
when
yeah.
she was little, and then she got hurt, and I flipped. That was it. No more.
I
Well,
used to do
Jesse
that to
never got
Jesse all
hurt,
the
but
time.
Rick definitely did that all the time.
Yeah.
And he would throw him up in the air, and I would be like, no!
Throw
And
him
he
into
would
the
catch 'em.
pool.
The kid would walk into our bedroom. I'd grab him by his head and power bomb him.
And he loved it.
He loved
He'd
it.
be like, more, Daddy, more.
So luckily, our son never got hurt.
Yeah, luckily for you. Because I would have beat you.
What a difference, though. So, I mean, I grew up very similar like that. You guys, sounds like he did, my brother did to me. I came home from work today, and...
You got power bombed
No.
when you walked in the door.
Kevin wishes.
Did Kevin do that?
No, but
Power
apparently there was... Watch it. Apparently the girls had gotten into it, and Willow pulled Joey's hair. Now, Willow's 5, Joey's 15, so... But... My 15-year-old didn't, not that I think she should have, but she didn't hit her back or anything. Like, I was just thinking about that. Like, my siblings would have beat the shit out of me if I did that to them.
Right?
Like, no.
Mine would have too.
Right? Wait.
No,
I
that's not
probably
true.
would have.
Well, Christine
Either that
would have.
I wouldn't have, Mom.
Michelle, I would have just thrown on the floor and thrown her in the figure 4 leg lock.
Oh, my God.
Or just put you in ponytails.
Ooh.
I didn't do that.
Do we have pictures?
We do. Can we insert pictures?
So what happens is
Yes,
you email
I'll
them to the
send
tech
them to
guy, and he makes sure
tech
to
guy.
flash them on the screen.
Oh,
That'll be
So
awesome.
tell
no.
us this story. Did you
This
get
picture is
details? How
legendary.
did this happen?
I
Are you
don't-
the
Not
oldest?
ponytails,
No, I
pigtails.
am. I don't.
Did he have a
I
little
don't
spout?
have a story for.
On that
Or
one
a
picture?
pigtail.
He had a little
Um,
spout.
A pigtail.
Like
Oh, I mean, we got the picture
don't-
real time.
I don't think we remember. I don't think either one of us.
I don't remember.
They're talking.
I don't have a story for the picture, but
Yeah.
I do have the picture. It's just gonna take me a minute to find it, but
Yeah, but you're not
That's
supposed to be
okay.
on your
We-
phone during the podcast.
We can
That's
upload
not
it
a
on.
rule.
she
Oh, there
wanted
it
to
is.
see the picture.
Listen,
No,
don't let
she
that
wanted
go.
to see it when the.
Oh, I mean, that's kind of really adorable. I was hoping it was going to be an adult pigtail.
What do you mean,
I don't
adult?
have any hair. What the hell are you
Hold on, I'm
talking
going to
about?
zoom it or try to do this.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's awesome.
Very cool.
Maybe we can just send the picture to the
Well,
tech
yeah,
guy
but
and
for
he can
real
throw it up
time,
there for
we
you.
can do that too.
So we don't have a story, but
There is
it's
no story.
assumed that I did that.
Assume.
Well,
Assumed.
look at the look on her face.
Well, you look pretty flippin' out. Look at the look
He's
on
happy
your face,
about it.
right?
He's like happy
Also,
about it.
that's a lot of hair.
Back then I did. Not anymore.
That's what happened. They twisted it too tight.
No, not they. I was too little.
And it all fell out.
So
Yeah.
what is this pregnant bird story?
Christine's the reason why I'm bald.
So I'll
Apparently
start
I'm the
story
reason
and
for a
then-
lot of
and then
things.
Christine can
No,
finish it.
GS is going to start off
So
with. I don't. Why do we have to tell this story?
Because I want to hear it.
People
Because
already know
I
that.
had told,
No,
I had
but I
told
don't- I
her
don't
about
know
it at the
it.
party, and she wanted to make sure we said
talked about it?
We
at the
talked
party?
about
We
it.
did.
We did.
Then-
So Rick and I were only married a few years, and we planned a trip to go to Watkins Glen
I
to
vaguely
do
remember
a
this.
wine tasting tour.
I love Watkins Glen.
And a few months, so that was like in June of whenever, and a few months, or 2-ish months before the trip, I found out I was pregnant. And this was supposed to be like a wine tour. So, yeah. So we go there.
I mean, there's pretty
and-
waterfalls you could have looked at.
I mean, we have to tell the whole story because we were the only ones there.
Well, all right, well,
Okay,
we're not
well, go
there
ahead, you
yet.
tell the whole
We just
story.
found out we're
I
pregnant.
don't know where you want to
Slow
you
down.
want me
No.
to tell the rest
No,
of the story?
we're
about
already
myself?
there.
I think
Keep
we
going.
should start with the fact that Ricky does not like birds.
Oh, yeah, we
Is
found
where
that
we
out.
should start with the story.
We were
Okay,
at
that
Ricky
Jess
does
is
not-
Pregnant. How
Ricky
does this
does
have
not
to do
like
with
Well,
birds.
hold on.
Ricky
because-
has not
Also,
liked
how are we
birds since he
friends?
was
I look
little,
like a bird.
and my mom's lovebirds got loose in the house. and he screamed and ran across the street to get his friend to help him capture these birds and get them back into the
What
cage.
are lovebirds?
They're little birds.
Oh, like they're little birds?
They're
Not
not
like the
that
size of a
little.
parrot?
Yeah, they weren't at all.
They're
Your
little
ring's going like this.
birds.
It's getting bigger.
They're like
it's a
this.
condor.
No, they were not that
And as the
big.
birds got out of their cage and flew around their house, Ricky screamed and ran across the street to get his friend to come over and help him get the birds.
Was
and
the
put them
friend
back
Jimmy?
into-
That would
No.
be great.
No.
No.
Damn.
So we'll start with Ricky not liking birds.
But hang on a second, because we have talked about
Am I
this
allowed
on.
to call you Ricky?
No, you're not. We have talked about this on the podcast, and I have stated that I don't like if it's not a dog or a cat. I
Yeah,
don't
but
like
I don't
any
think about
animals.
birds. I always think about like the crawling things, not the flying things.
But this bird wasn't flying.
Birds, birds, reptiles.
Do they fly?
No,
rodents.
the bird that
No,
Gina.
no, no.
Well, oh, we're not there
So,
yet. Hold
go
on.
ahead, yes.
We're at
So
pregnant
I
Gina.
guess I have to tell
No,
a story
why?
about myself. Nobody else knows it.
I only
Other than
know.
Gina,
Well,
unless she's
Gina,
gonna
Gina
tell the whole
has
thing.
No,
just got
I
to the
think
point
it's best
that-
coming from you. Go ahead.
She wants
No, the
me to
trigger.
tell
Well,
the story.
pick up or the fact that she found out she was pregnant.
So
We
tell
don't
you
know.
our
Do you know?
story,
So-
and then we'll tell what we think.
We were
I like that.
so we were at the wineries. We had just left the hotel,
So
and
you
we
did
were
go.
going to. Oh yeah, we went. We already booked it and paid for it. So we
No,
were
hold
going
on.
to
What?
get
No.
lunch.
I didn't think. Oh, go ahead, because I don't remember it that way. But you might be
Yeah.
correct. Go ahead.
We were going to get lunch because after it happened, we pulled into the restaurant. And we're like, oh god, we can't leave this like this.
Why?
I don't
See,
know how
no,
it's.
you're
I don't know
wrong.
how it's we.
No,
So
you're
this
wrong.
is what
What
happened.
were we leaving and what was it like?
I know.
Man, I
So
thought
this
I
is
was
what-
a bad
No,
storyteller.
no, listen.
Yeah,
That's
So-
how I remember it. But
We were leaving, we left the hotel, we're driving down the highway and going to get lunch. As I'm driving, a bird flies across and hits the front of, I think I was driving a Pathfinder.
yeah,
Don't they just
Hits the
explode
front of
into
the
feathers?
car.
Not this one.
And as soon as we hit it, like, we saw some feathers and that's it. Like, I look behind me, there's no bird laying on the
Yeah,
ground.
so they explode, right?
It didn't like fly in the air. It wasn't a lot of feathers, it was a couple. And I even said to her, like, how much you want to bet this thing is stuck on the front of the car? So we get to the restaurant and we both get out and we walk around to the front and there's this bird.
Was its wings out?
It had its ass had stuck into the grill. So its head, it was like a hood ornament. Its head was straight out and his wings were perfectly straight out, sticking out of the front of the car.
It.
It's
Gina
dead.
did.
Of course.
So we left the restaurant and drove down the street and found a car wash.
Wait, you saw the bird in the grill and you still drove?
it was dead.
It was
dead.
already dead?
Oh
yeah.
god, yeah. Well, I was doing
This
like
isn't a
60.
happy story at all.
I was doing like 60 miles an hour. Of course, the
On the
damn thing's
highway.
dead.
Oh my god. Why are
So-
you laughing so hard?
I go to a car wash and get out. I open the hood and I take the sprayer thing and I'm inside trying to shoot this thing from the ass out of the grill and it wouldn't come out. So
Your word choice.
I was completely freaked out, and I finally said to her, "You got to get out here and get this thing." So she got out, and I think didn't you use the
I
sprayer
did,
thing?
and I got it out.
Wait, was the thing
Somehow
what
she
you were
got it.
trying to do the whole time?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I couldn't get close enough to it to give it out, and
Oh my
so she did it for me.
Yes.
So the big thing about this story is that everybody's like, "Oh, your pregnant wife, your pregnant wife." She was like maybe a month pregnant. It's not like she was like 9 months pregnant, like waddling out of the car.
Ready to drop
You
it.
couldn't. If you saw her, you wouldn't even have known she was pregnant.
That's true. But
They're
you're
all-
still a
and-
baby.
And I fully admit that I'm. But it
And I
comes
don't
to.
remember us going to the hotel first because I remember me freaking out about the condition of that motel.
Where'd you
Oh
stay? Do you
no,
remember?
this is after we found that new.
Oh, it was afterwards?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
after that. We had left the hotel, the new one. We were going to get
Gotcha.
lunch. We hit the bird. The bird died instantly.
I went to Watkins Glen. I know I was not 21 yet, but we stayed in log cabins right by waterfalls.
Oh, nice.
That's all I really remember.
Actually sounds nice.
It's beautiful.
What? Oh,
up
we
there.
should do it, except you have to drive, and I'm going to need a lot of Xanax to get there.
That does not sound
She doesn't trust your driving, does she?
No,
For-
it's
no, it's
not
just
him.
heights.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
For our mother's
6 foot tall and afraid of heights.
70th birthday, we took her to the Finger Lakes. We
Yeah.
rented a house. We had a fantastic time.
Yeah?
It's very nice up there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, Finger Lakes are gorgeous.
Okay, we need more
What's next?
good stories.
What do you wanna know?
She hates silent pauses, so the second nobody
He's
says
right. I mean,
anything,
he's not wrong. I
she gets all freaked out.
don't do well in silence.
Have you ever been in therapy? Because you wouldn't do well in therapy then.
Yes.
Why is it?
and
You just sit there in silence?
Yeah.
They sit there and stare at each
you
other.
can't.
That's what makes people crazy.
Absolutely.
That sounds like a ripoff to me.
That's why they need more therapy.
Come back for the next couple months.
Well, I'm making a lot of money here.
Hold
Let's
on.
stare at each other.
Sometimes people need silence to
No.
get their thoughts together. To
Sometimes.
Oh,
people
I'm
need
not.
a
I
boot in the
definitely
ass.
need silence. I just don't know how to do it.
I see.
Too much going on. Too many tabs open. Music playing. Something's frozen.
yeah, we need to talk about it.
All right, so for the time being, we're going to get off the subject of how I'm a baby.
Nope,
And-
we're not.
Ah.
Well, we'll come back to it. 'cause
Why? Isn't there like a snake involved?
Ooh.
Snake
Oh, there
involved
is
in
a
what?
snake story.
Oh, there's no snake story.
No, there's a snake story. Let's hear
There's a
it.
snake story.
He's turning red.
No snake
What is
story.
it?
I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
I don't know. Gina
Jimmy.
would know.
There's a
Come
bat
here.
story.
Removing snakes.
There's
for you.
bats too.
There's
well,
bats.
we can't say anything about that.
Well, but
Bats don't involve me.
being that he should have come out and saved us,
I know we had to have our neighbor.
we had to have our neighbor come out
come
and
out
save
and
us.
save us.
The bat on the front of the car.
Yeah.
I wasn't touching that.
Sad story.
I agree with that. I wouldn't touch a bat.
They came home. The
a
two
bird
of
maybe,
them.
but not a bat.
This is when we were teenagers. They came home
we're-
and
I don't think we were
Teenagers.
teenagers. No, because I already.
maybe a little. We were
no,
all living
we
at
were
the
in our
same. at
20s.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were in our 20s. They came home in Christine's car, and actually, I don't even know how I found. Did you come inside and tell me?
I didn't think we beat the horn
Because
out.
we didn't
We
have
must
cell
have.
phones.
We didn't have phones.
We
or
probably
anything.
beat the horn out in the car because I
So I
wasn't
come
getting
outside
out.
to the car,
Yeah.
and they're both still in, and they're like, something landed on the front, right where the windshield wipers are, and we think it's alive. And I was like, and? What the hell do you want me to do? So I kind of like looked,
I
and there's
think
like this ball of,
But when did I
fur,
turn the windshield
and
wipers
it's moving,
on?
and I'm
we
like,
realized
oh, I'm
what
gone.
It was.
That
See ya.
was before we
Well, before we got
him.
home. Okay.
Because we pulled over. Remember?
I know we
And we
stopped
both
at the
looked like
7-Eleven
that.
in Emmaus.
Yeah. And
And we
you
were hoping
went
for like
that.
a cop or something, and we could. There was
Hoping for a
nobody.
cop.
There was nobody. We were like,
They're like,
and the
"There's
windshield
something."
wiper went up.
We both screamed, and
So as I'm going back into the house, our neighbor comes out, and I told him, I'm like, hey, go take a look at their windshield. There's something stuck in the thing, and I think it's alive. And he walks
Delegation.
down, and I think he told you to turn the windshield wiper on. And all of a sudden, this thing goes, starts flying up, and I'm like, boo, I'm out. See ya. I'm going. Yeah, it was a bat.
How
Don't
about
you
the
go
time we
camping?
were in Maui and we were eating lunch
we were
and
getting
the
off.
birds were coming up to the table and you freaked out?
Why would you want to sit and
Do we have
try and
pictures
eat
of that?
lunch? No, we don't.
No,
have any
we
pictures.
don't.
These birds were like
Don't
literally
the seagulls
at your
come
feet.
near you at the beach? What happens
No,
with the
no, no, no,
seagulls?
not in Maui. It was just these
Well, no, I'm
little
just saying
birds.
in
They were
general.
looking for food.
And-
Seagulls only get close to you if you actually have, if you're dumb enough to bring food on the beach.
But in Maui, we were sitting and having lunch, and these little birds, like literally like sparrow
Little sparrows.
yeah,
They're
sparrow
not afraid
birds.
of people.
And he was freaking out.
Because who
He's like,
wants,
come here!
who wants to eat lunch with birds at your
Anywhere we go, downtown Bethlehem, anywhere, he freaks out.
Don't
He
eat
cannot
I don't like
outside.
birds either. But I don't
Yeah,
freak
birds.
out like that.
He's a big baby.
That's
I
some
enjoy-
Alfred Hitchcock shit.
I enjoy eating outside, however, the bird
You're a
situation I don't do well with.
You're gonna snore tonight. All that whiskey you're drinking.
That's
There
really
wasn't
just
that
enough.
much in there.
There's really not much in there.
Literally like a
Yeah, it's the
couple
bottom of
of
the barrel.
sips.
That's what I do. Sip.
That
All
didn't
right.
look
So
like-
for
Thank you. And it's like every 3 seconds.
for a second,
I'm almost
we're
done.
gonna get off
I know.
of talking about me being a baby
Why?
because
I
the
enjoy
last
this.
what's the last episode? The last episode that's live. You had some homework.
Which one? Wait, the one that was live. So it's not We're in Trouble? Was that that's the last
That's the
episode that was
That's
live?
the last.
Everybody's in trouble.
I know.
So your homework was
Molly's
because you love punk music and you don't know who the Plasmatics,
Plasmatics are, yes.
which we can't believe. My brother-in-law's in shock.
Is that why we're bringing it up? He's already on the edge of his seat.
Hilly
Like,
has
he's been
no
asking me
idea
since I got here about which video was my
how-
favorite.
Hilly has no idea how somebody that loves punk music cannot know who the Plasmatics are. But you have told us that you've done your homework. So what'd you find out?
That I still don't like them.
Oh my God, that's like saying you don't like the Ramones.
It's
No,
not
it's
that you-
not. No, it's not.
No, you don't have to like them, but you listen to them.
Yeah, no,
you
I can
heard some of their songs.
appreciate it in a way. She's got a very interesting past. So you know me, I go into deep dives and I like to know
She does.
why people are the way they are, and I overanalyze and overthink things. And as we were doing our research, we found out that she was in some porn. We've talked about that. And
Yeah, she was.
saw a little bit of that.
bit of porn. Wendy O. Williams.
Well, she's not that impressive.
What
Wow.
movies did
Yeah.
you do?
I didn't know the title of them. I don't remember. I just was watching clips. But it's in line to me with more of the Gigi Allen style of punk. And you also, I'm gonna be honest, you have to take in consideration my age and the type of punk that I was exposed to growing up. So
She's a baby.
How old are you?
Here we go.
we talked about this at the Christmas
Yeah, I know.
party.
Very bad.
We'll talk about it off.
She was born. She was born when I graduated high school.
But putting it into comparison, like I said, it's more of the Gigi Allen where I can appreciate what it brought to the culture, but it's just not the style for me.
I don't know if I could appreciate anything Gigi Allen.
I just was trying to correlate it
That's
to
a step
something.
I'm not willing to
alright? I mean,
take.
she's just a little bit higher than him.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I'm not.
But everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of the Plasmatics. I know who they are, but
And I appreciate learning.
Not a
I
fan.
really, I like to learn new things, and I like to go into deep dives.
so because we have guests on, and my sisters are, they have a completely different
Music taste.
music taste.
Oh, I see what you did here. You're turning.
Michelle's
it back
a
to-
New Kids on the Block fan, or was when we were kids.
Oh!
Exactly.
Fuck yeah! Okay. Sorry.
I think she had a
Right
few
stuff.
New Kids on the Block
A few.
memorabilia things
I had the
Couple
sleeping
things.
bag.
when she was a
I
kid.
don't think I had the sleeping bag.
And the
I
boobies.
had the a box that you open up and you could put stuff in. It was huge. It's that big. All the records.
Who was your favorite?
New Kids on the Block.
That would have to be Joey.
Thank God it wasn't a Wahlberg.
Well, I mean, obviously, I kind of love the Wahlberg too. He
Yeah,
looks
he-
like one, but
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
And what is your music taste?
Christine likes
Can they talk for themselves?
Cher. She loves Cher. and,
Share.
but when we were kids,
Wait, well, any
But when we were
Cher,
teenagers-
80 share or 2000
No, any
share?
share. I would say any share. Mostly her older stuff. I would say back when she was with Sunny.
Uh-huh.
She did put on a great show though when you
Yes,
and I saw
she
her.
was amazing. at
I hear
concert.
even now she puts on a great
well,
show.
that was just
That was a few
a
years,
few
like
years
5
ago.
years
Yeah,
ago.
I remember the
Four
thing
years.
just came
That's
up.
the
It
one I was
wasn't
trying
too
to
long
get-
ago.
Do you remember when
It kept
she
getting rescheduled, and so we finally made it to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when
Yeah.
that was coming because I was trying to get my father to go with me.
Yeah,
Not that
'cause
he
she was
he
supposed to
he
have
was
been
80
there.
share. He's the
Well,
reason
she was
I like
supposed
Cher.
to have been there before that, and it got I think it got canceled.
Yeah.
And so when she came back again, I finally got tickets, and I didn't have anybody to go with me until. But I bought the 2 tickets anyway because I was so excited.
so GS went with her.
I did.
Yeah.
Fantastic
Great
time.
show.
Awesome.
She's
She-
amazing.
She
Do you
did.
have pictures?
When we were
I do. I have video.
For the podcast, obviously.
The outfit changes were.
Oh
That's
my
what
god!
I hear.
Like the
Every-
elephant thing that she wrote in on.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
fabulous.
An elephant?
Oh, she's fabulous.
Grand.
Wow.
She's grand. Very
Taking
grand.
Yes.
it-
Isn't she a little bit old to be riding on elephants?
Watch it.
Not a real elephant. It was just a big
Just a trunk.
float thing.
And besides the kids on the block, who else?
She rode in on the trunk.
I love pink.
All
Oh
right.
yes.
Yep.
My
GS
children,
loves
I
pink
keep
too.
telling them I want tickets.
My daughter and I were just talking
GS
about
wants
her.
tickets to
They
Peace
are
too.
expensive.
Yeah, they are.
For good seats.
They are.
I
That's
heard
why-
she puts on a phenomenal
I
show
know.
too.
That's
One day
why
I'll get
GS
there.
hasn't gone to Syria. because his
Exactly.
tickets
You know,
are
when
cheap.
Holly starts making good money, we'll be able to go.
There you go. So Christine listened to some different music when we were kids. She actually liked some of the same music that I listened to, except for
Disco
She-
Kiss.
she loved Def Leppard.
Def Leppard is probably my favorite.
Def
Gross.
Leppard.
Hysteria,
I love Def Leppard.
Sugar-
I've seen
Sugar
them
Rock.
so many times.
Sugar Rock.
If I gotta hear Pour Sugar on Me one more time, I'm gonna throw up.
Whatever.
Sugar on me.
Absolutely.
And there you go.
The shittiest band ever.
I mean, I've stated it on this podcast before. They're literally the most overrated band of all time.
I thought we were talking about Kiss.
I disagree.
I guess.
They were supposed to be the new wave of British heavy metal back in the day. Def Leppard.
Yeah,
That's when the drummer had two arms.
yeah.
And he still sucked.
Whatever.
He was
He still
amateurish.
suck.
He was amateurish. He was in the pocket drummer.
What's really funny is I used to get in trouble when we were kids. I used to swipe some of my sister's cassettes.
Did you beat him
Always.
Yes.
Yeah. For the record, and we'll put this out there. One of them I still own today. A cassette that I swiped
is
from
it?
her. Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time.
Good one. That's a good swipe.
I can't even
I
imagine you listening
congratulate
to
that.
So
Then I did.
I
the
love
first
that
time,
album.
here's the thing. The first time I saw it in
Like
her
a
room, I
disc.
was like, Iron Maiden.
I'm not
There's-
sure that was mine. That's
Oh, it was 100%.
Lordy,
doesn't
did she
sound
really
like
listen to
something
that?
I would have bought.
When I first saw it in her room, I was like, wait, Iron Maiden? There's no way she's listening to this. So I took it, and then she found it in my room, and
And
Whooped it
I
ass.
think
I need
she
details.
may, I don't remember 100%, but she was definitely mad. She may have hit me
Oh.
a few times, and she took the
But he doesn't
cassette back.
remember.
Well, why would you take my stuff?
You were not listening
I
to
don't
Iron
believe
Maiden.
it. I think I was.
I think
I
it's
don't
the
She
think
was
you-
caught somewhere in time. Somewhere in time.
I used to take my older
Iron
siblings
Maiden,
things too.
Somewhere in Time. There's no way you were listening.
She
to
was
that.
2 minutes to midnight.
I think I disagree.
That's not on that album.
It's one of
This
those
is
before
what
or
happens
after.
when he starts sipping out of the bottle. You
So,
condoned this.
At some point,
She went in her bedroom and got a piece of mind.
Yes, she did.
now we're just naming Iron Maiden albums. So at some point, I took the cassette back, and then this may have
Doing it again.
happened
She's
once
right. I
or
gravitate toward you.
one or two more times where she found it and took it, and then finally, I took it and she never took it back, and I still have it today.
I hope she swipes it back on you and you never
The cassette?
notice.
What's she
Yeah,
gonna do with
just
it?
to do it.
If you wanted it, you can have it back at this point. I have it on vinyl
Oh, well,
and
now you
CD.
just took the fun out of it.
She misses Alexander the Great.
Take the whiskey away from him.
It's the whiskey talking.
It is.
Is it time for
A break. I do need another.
I do need some more wine, and I do have to pee, so
me too?
we'll be right back. And
We're back.
So now that we're back, the conversation before the break, everybody wants to know
How much snow are we gonna get?
why I don't have my Uggs on.
Oh,
And I just got home from work. We ate dinner. I forgot to put my Uggs on, so I apologize.
everybody was super.
Next
You're a disappointment
podcast.
to everybody, honey.
I'll have my Uggs on for everybody.
That's funny.
So obviously, a topic of conversation.
Because I can't decide why you're wearing Uggs.
You can't not
Either can
because
Holly.
they're literally.
Holly made fun of him.
She wears
Who's Holly?
plastic
Her daughter.
Crocs on her feet. The hell are you talking about? At least the Uggs are.
The Crocs
Suede
come insulated now. Like
But why
us.
were you influenced to want them in the first
The
place?
ranch. We talked
We've
about
talked
this.
about this 4
I
times.
know
on the
we
sorry.
have. I'm doing it in front of your sisters. Shut up.
They've heard it. They've watched the podcast. They know why.
Do you have a drink? Do you need
I do.
more? Okay.
No, I'm good. I got two. Got wine and water.
She's double fist.
Double fist.
GS is double
fisting. Wine
fisting.
and water.
She's
wine,
locked and
water.
loaded.
I'm hydrating as I
You
dehydrate.
think that there's water in there. You think there's water in there, but
It's
it
a
could be
perfect
vodka.
balance.
Mm-mm. There is no vodka in this house.
Double fisting it.
Why?
All right, so before the break,
No, I'm
we
just
were
saying.
talking
Oh.
about
I was like, there's
music
no vodka
that
in my house either, but that's for a reason.
my sisters grew up on. So we know Teen liked Def Leppard. She didn't like Iron Maiden, despite the fact that she had a.
I don't think that
I
was
said-
my thing. I don't.
I mean, it was
Can I
in, it
see
was
the
in your
picture?
stereo.
I don't believe that you have it. Where would it be stashed?
I have it.
Where?
I
I don't think you
it might
actually
be
have
upstairs
it.
in my
Unless there's
garage.
physical
yeah,
evidence.
it's not
Gotta be
down
in a
here,
box.
I've
Yeah,
looked.
it's not. No.
Trying to find out where it is.
I actually think it's upstairs in the garage. I'd have to dig it out. But I do still have it. But what else did you like, Teen, when we grew up? Because I have no idea.
Poison.
Hmm.
Oh
Everybody
God.
loves Poison.
Shut up.
Does everybody like
I've had to
it?
see them so many times. Like,
I
and it's the
mean-
same shit
Poison was
over and
the
over
other one
again.
we saw. It.
I mean, it never changes. It's
Wait, you
the
saw,
same
like, live
Poison
in
show
concert?
from
Poison?
the first
Yeah,
time I
many
saw
times.
them.
Really?
Oh God, yeah.
As
Def Leppard,
a- as
Poison.
a- as
Joan
a
Jett I've
family-
seen many times also.
Didn't we
Joan
see
Jett
her
with the
at,
black hearts
I've
or
seen-
Joan Jett?
at Mayfair?
I've actually
Yes.
never seen Joan Jett.
Joan Jett I've seen
haven't
a
either. See Joan
few
Jett.
times.
So
And we
wait-
saw her at Mayfair when they had it at that park.
Yeah.
Well, wait, hold
No.
on. I want to know more.
was
Joan
Joan- I
Jett
think
and
it
the
was-
Runaways. Joan Jett. and
No, it wasn't the
Blackhearts?
Runaways.
I wasn't there.
No, it would have been.
No, it was me.
I don't know if
She-
it was the was she. I guess it would have been the Blackhearts at that time. Yeah, we saw
think
her.
so,
I
'cause
saw
I
her
was
at the
older,
old
yeah.
Zodiac Club. I saw her.
What's the Zodiac Club?
Oh, it
You're
was
too,
awesome.
you're too young for that.
The Zodiac was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Doesn't mean I don't want to know what it is.
It was
What
a
is
club.
it?
It was a
Well,
club on
Where?
Canal.
Like
It
around
was
here?
over. No, it was over. I don't know. You familiar with Allentown?
Do you know where that road that you got pulled over? And
Yes.
There you
It's
go.
that
Fucking
road.
speeding ticket
It's on
ever.
that road. If you go
That's
take that
the
road
road.
all the way towards Union Boulevard,
Wait,
it's on your
which
left.
pulled over?
Yeah.
The one by our old house or the one up?
The one
local.
by where we used to work.
Okay. All right.
So
I'm
if you
sorry.
take
so
that
what
road
about that?
all the way up towards Union Boulevard, it would be on your left. It's this big building,
It looked like it was like a
like a.
looked like a warehouse type
yeah.
thing.
Where Kevin Green lives now.
I don't know where Kevin Green lives now. I couldn't tell
Well,
you.
Let's talk about the fact that you got pulled over, Miss. I drive. You claim you could drive
Well,
like a grandmother.
she was like
Mm.
21 or 22 at the time.
When I had my
Oh.
daughter is when I started not
Yeah, that was
driving.
that.
Yeah. Before that, I had no issues driving fast.
Nice.
Too fast. But yes, I lived on one side of the town. He lived on the other side of town. We worked third shift, and I was in a hurry to get to his house.
I see.
I was trying to annoy him by playing Snoop Dogg, and we got pulled over.
Was that
And I
right?
totally could have got out of the ticket. I looked at him and I said, "Can I cry? I'll get out of the ticket." And he said, "No, but we'll stop."
That's
the
what my
story
daughter
there."
does. She cries.
It
She
gets-
gets out of it.
Well, when you're younger, it does. It gets you out of it as long as
did.
it's not like a
She forgot to put
obnoxious fake
when
cry.
they used to give the little registration stickers.
Yeah.
She didn't realize that, and so she didn't take it out of the envelope because it was like in a separate. And so she threw it out and got pulled over with a friend up. I think it was on MacArthur Road, and she cried. I got out of it.
Nice.
Now, I've only
see.
gotten pulled over twice. The second
I
time,
even got out of it.
it was down by the old Libby's, going up to our old house up in Beltsville. And my daughter, my oldest, was a toddler at the time. She could talk. I remember her being in a car seat. I was going maybe 20 miles over the speed limit. I wasn't going that fast. But the cop that pulled me over, as soon as he came to the window, Johanna was like, "Hi, hi." He bluntly ignored her, right? And then we did the ticket thing. I took it, whatever. It was fine. Johanna's like, why won't you say hello to me? I was like, oh my God, you can't just stop. But.
So we have all, we've seen Poison many times. The only problem that we have with Poison is, like Hilly pointed out, their show never changes. They play the same
Party all
songs.
night.
It's the same
An hour and a half
crap
later.
over and over
Good
again.
night. We'll see you next time.
They play the same songs every tour. Like, it never really changes. They might change one or two, but for the most part, they open up with "Look What the Cat Dragged In" for literally the last 30 years. That's their opening song. They never change.
So they're super versatile.
They close with "Nothing But a Good Time."
Don't need nothing.
And by that time, I'm so glad they're getting off stage. I'm like, just go, please go.
So the other issue we have with Poison is when you go and see Bret Michaels by himself, because he does solo tours.
I have pictures of that.
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah.
He
Close-up pictures.
when he comes out, he claims that he's gonna, be there all night, and it's gonna be this huge party.
He's got places to go.
His solo show is maybe 55 minutes, and he's done.
55 minutes.
No, that's a bit of an exaggeration.
No, when we
No.
saw him, and I have the
55
close-up
minutes.
pictures. We volunteered down at the Steel Stacks, and he was like a guest performer, and so I'm at the stage, and he's right in front of me.
Oh,
And how long did he play for?
I wasn't.
does it matter?
I don't think it was long.
It wasn't.
55 minutes.
I had to work
It was just
security
like a
so she could, dance around up at the stage. So I'm working
I mean-
security.
Thanks for taking one for the team.
I took one for the team. I had to kick out all the, unfortunately, down at it's Wind Creek now. I had it written in Mandarin, Korean, Vietnamese, everything.
Yeah.
These people wander in and they try to just get in.
Yeah.
So I have to turn them around. And here I didn't realize, as I'm working with sheriffs, they're killing ducks and geese over at the river and eating them.
Oh my god.
I did not realize this.
How about the time that there was a snake that was snuck into the casino because they thought it was going to be good luck?
Ew.
Because I guess in certain cultures or whatever, snakes are good luck, and somebody snuck a snake into the casino.
I would have left.
But hold on,
Just for the
wait,
record-
you would have went to go get it?
Just for the record, if I would have heard that if I was there, I would have been like,
I'm out.
I don't
going
think you
home.
would make a good contestant on Survivor.
oh God, I could never do that
I
show.
don't think that's your show.
I can't even
Well,
watch that show.
So speaking of Bret Michaels, I recently learned that our Prime Video, we have live TV. We've had this for so long, I had no idea. I've always been watching a live TV through Hulu. But one of the shows they have stations for like certain things. Like there's one 90s that'll play 90s sitcoms. Rock of Love is a permanent station. Oh, it's so much fun. And it's I watch it and it's like the one chick, he's like, oh, I like
I'd have to have a
your
garbage
stomach,
can
so
in
she
my
cuts
living
all
room
her
because I'd be
her
throwing
shirt
up.
short. And I'm like, who would do that? Like, why? And then I'm thinking like,
Rock of
We
Love.
watched that show religiously.
We did watch
was
that
so
show,
good.
and if they ever take it off, I have it on DVD.
I loved that one.
When the
I
show
also
opens
loved
up, does it
Flavor
have
Flav
pour
just for
some
the
sugar on me?
entertainment. What's that?
Yeah.
I mean, they
Everyone
might as well just have pour some sugar on me when the poison thing starts up because it's all the same. Intertwined lollipop music.
His
Didn't
hair's
they
not
tour
real
together,
anymore,
Def
though.
Leppard and Poison?
I'm sure they
They
did.
had
still
to
looks
have.
Def Leppard and Poison, did they
And then
tour
Slaughter
together?
opened up for
I've
them.
never seen
I don't
them
think-
together.
Well, that was the most recent one, that stadium
Yeah, that's
tour.
what I
It was
thought. Oh,
Poison,
yeah.
Motley Crue,
Joan
Joan
Jett.
Jett, and
Oh, just
Def
most
Leppard.
recently. I'm talking about back in the day. Back in the
I
day,
have
they
to,
did.
we have to pause 1 second. Hilly, you got to stop cracking that can. You're making.
That's me.
I didn't crack in. I'm not
Is that
cracking.
you?
That's me.
That's not
Oh, I
me.
thought that was him.
I could have.
You got to stop. You're
I know
killing me.
because I'm inked up. You
I
think I
can't
did it,
promise.
but I really,
It sounded.
I didn't do it, man.
It
I'm used to
sounded
being
like
blamed
that.
like that by the cops.
My wife.
I'm sorry, I didn't do it.
It sounded like that clicking sound was coming from you,
Actually,
and it's her.
She was doing that
I
last
can't help.
time
I'm
too.
Oh my
fidgety.
God.
Yes, that's how I
You
knew
did.
it was me right away. I didn't
Yeah.
know I was even doing it. I'm
Right.
fidgety. I mean,
It is
half
so
the mic.
loud.
Well, I'm gonna give
In
you
the
a
headphone?
cooler
my
next
God, it's
time. I
killing
have
me.
a Truly cooler,
Yeah.
so you can't.
What is a
crinkle.
truly cooler?
Oh, it's the best
It
thing
keeps
ever.
the can, keeps you from clicking the can. 'cause
Truly,
you're making
truly, I
nuts.
drink you 24,
God.
not 24/7, but when we're here, I drink you. Send me
It's
a
a,
cooler.
it's like a, it's a koozie, but it's hard.
I swore it was you.
So
It
you
sounded
can't
like it was
do
coming.
that.
No,
See,
you
I'll
can't.
just
I think so.
replace it with something else.
All right.
But I'll take it. I
Hey, the
mean,
poison
not
thing, though.
permanently.
Get back to the
everybody-
poison thing. I saw them when they opened up for David Lee Roth on Skyscraper Tour. That was their first like opening thing at Stabler. I thought, oh, this band is great. And then all these years later, I'm with her, and I'm seeing them over and over. And I've now seen them so many times.
We have seen Poison
hard.
quite a few times.
We have.
I've never seen
I can't
Poison.
imagine them
Many,
opening up
many,
for
I was
David Lee
never
Roth
asked to
though.
go.
Yeah, they had well, it was all David Lee Roth.
I'm not-
was
are you
awesome.
the
Well,
youngest
he had a
sibling?
hell of a band.
High
Billy
five for being the
Sheehan was in it
youngest.
and
I
everything.
feel
It was
you.
awesome.
Poor Shell's ignored.
Stevie Vai.
Never asked.
I mean, we talked about New Kids
So,
on the Block.
did
We
you,
can talk about more.
No, that's not the
No.
point. The point is I was never asked.
Never asked to go.
She wants to
I
go
like
see
Poison.
Poison.
Oh. Sorry, I didn't know that you liked Poison.
I think they're still
figured.
I was gonna say this is
After
your
hearing all
opportunity
that,
to
I
ask.
know.
2025.
I do like
the whole
Metallica.
band
I
will
love
be for a
Metallica.
tour.
There you go.
And again, I wouldn't like Metallica as much if it wasn't for my brother. When I stole the CD from
From
his.
him.
Did you ever see Metallica?
No, you've never taken me
I haven't really got it because
because I'm the one that buys the concert tickets.
no, it's just that Metallica. I just fell off of seeing them live after their stage collapse on purpose. I was like, yeah.
What are we talking about? I don't know.
I
what
went
the
to see
stage-
them and they made their stage fall apart
on purpose.
on purpose.
Where was
I
this?
see.
This is at the
How do
Clark
we
State
fact
Center at
check
the
our
time.
fact check guy?
Huh?
We're gonna have to fact check you on this.
No, I was there. I remember this happening. It's the last time I
Yeah,
saw
you also
Metallica.
drank a half a bottle of whiskey.
I'm-
It's more like a quarter, but it's,
I think
it's
like a-
exaggerated to half.
What's like a
Maybe a
third?
third.
I don't think so. It was like,
like
a
a
little
third.
tiny glass.
Now it's exaggerated to a full bottle.
Please.
I drank
I
some
saw
of
that
it.
He's an
bottle go,
alcoholic.
and boom.
So I believe Poison is touring in 2024.
With who? That would be
I
this
don't
year.
know who they're touring with, but I do know that it's not Def Leppard. So next time they come around, we'll get Shella tickets to go see
Okay.
Poison.
Shell will go with us.
Can we invite Gary?
Apparently she
Is that
is.
the
Hi,
cousin?
Gary.
I feel
Sue.
bad for Gary.
So-
Just come, Sue.
Just go and see.
Every time I say Gary, I think about the character from SpongeBob.
Just call
Oh, yeah.
her Sue. I mean, the kid's gonna need some serious therapy.
I mean,
I don't know what he
No.
listens to.
It's not 2024. The whole band is getting together again for 2025.
oh man, that's a
can't
hell of a
wait.
wait time.
Disagree with that. But
I hope
swear
this year
it's
goes
a-
quick.
I swear it's a
Maybe see CeCe
2024.
DeVille again.
but I
Oh
could be
yeah.
Poison plans to tour in 2025.
Yeah, 20.
He's in talks to host a Rock of Love boat.
Wait, what? There's another Rock of Love coming out?
A boat? Is this a
that
cruise? Can we go
Yes.
on it? And I
Yes.
just want to observe. I don't want to participate. Well,
Well,
yeah,
that
I don't
you
want.
have
I
to
don't want to
watch.
participate.
Yeah, no, they're planning a 2025 tour,
Yeah.
and then
Well, probably because he's on a boat doing the Rock of Love.
Oh my God! Do you remember the English teacher that ended up being a porn star that was on that show?
Yeah.
The blondie. She was nuts. Or wait, was that I Love New York?
Why is it that he can't find love? What's wrong with him?
he
I think he wants
did,
all the love.
and he has 3 girls as a result.
Oh, so he doesn't keep
And
them?
one of them is a sportscaster, by the way.
And what's the rock?
What is that banging?
Really?
The Rock.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What
I
is
think
the
we
Rock
know
of
what
Love?
his Rock of Love
What is the Rock?
Oh, I could tell you
Oh,
what the
dude, I don't
Rock
know.
What is the
Well-
rock? Well, then tell me, what's the rock?
Ah!
I'm just kidding.
I
So-
think I embarrassed her. I'm sorry.
I don't
What
know.
She can't stop.
Alright, we'll let her compose herself. for
I
this,
missed
then I'll
what
tell the
happened
story.
because I'm focused on. There's a banging sound going on
There's,
in the
must be.
headphone.
I think it's in your head.
Yeah, definitely, because
Put this on
No.
and tell me. there's like this knocking sound. Somebody's hitting one of the mics back there.
What are you
We're not.
talking
No, we're
about?
not.
We're not by any. We're not by anything.
Tech guy, do you hear it?
No.
Of course, because it's not
In your
happening now. Keep those on and you'll hear it.
Well, now
Somebody
the pressure's on.
keeps banging the damn mic. All right,
All right, so going
Go
back to Poison, I just
Back
wanted
to
to tell
Poison.
this funny story.
go ahead.
Because I know Laura's never heard this story. So, way back in the day when Poison was like in full makeup, right?
You've heard this story.
Shut up and let her tell it.
All right, well then I'm not gonna.
I
tell
don't
it.
know. I
Because
don't
it's
know.
already on the
And
podcast.
even if I
All
do
right,
know
well,
the
if it's
story,
on
I
the
don't
podcast, I'm not gonna
remember.
repeat myself.
I know.
CC DeVille, not in makeup, steps on my foot. I
Yes.
push him.
Oh yes.
Okay, good. All right, continue on.
Also, I hate the fact that you could raise your hand exactly when I was going to remember.
He was a cokehead, wasn't he?
What happened?
CC.
I guess I don't
I'm
know.
pretty
dude.
sure.
What are we
I
talking
mean,
about?
weren't
now?
they all back then?
I
Wait,
don't
what?
think Bray Michaels was.
Yeah,
I don't
how
think
could
he
he?
was
Come
in.
on.
I don't think he was doing drugs, but the other.
He did a lot of
others
girls.
I know the audience was doing drugs because they had to listen to it.
Stop it!
Guys
to
like me
switch-
who aren't into that
To switch
wussy girl
genres
stuff.
just for a second, we recently talked about Sublime, right? And we talked about how...
When we got banned.
Yeah, that's
From
when we
YouTube?
talked about it. Anyway, remember how we were talking about we were curious of why they were so worried about what we were playing, and I had said that they were going through some changes,
yeah.
right? And Rome was potentially... Don't make that face. It tells me you didn't really listen.
No, I'm.
Don't you hate that?
There's no face.
Fucking-
I'm listening.
Totally.
Smack him right upside the head.
No, I'm
You
listening.
can read what he's trying to
Oh,
think. and,
absolutely.
Because I'm trying to remember the conversation, and I sort
He
of
doesn't
did.
remember.
He doesn't remember.
No,
I
I
don't know
have
why
a-
he's pretending.
I have a vivid memory.
Yeah, it's as
No,
great
you
as
don't.
mine.
uh,
But so anyway, recently, Sublime did a concert, and it had Jacob, who is Bradley's son,
Oh.
singing with them, and it was fucking phenomenal.
yeah.
It was excellent. I sent you a link of it. You were supposed to watch
What?
it.
He didn't see it.
No, I know.
I
You
saw
sent
it. I
me
saw
a
it.
Pretend
link.
he didn't.
It was good.
Wait,
It
what?
was, so it was good, right?
I will
Absolutely.
say it was the kid's really talented.
He
You
is.
send me a link where?
It was to your cell phone. I can get my. Am I allowed to touch my cell phone?
No. I don't think that I got
I
it,
think
but I'm
someone
going to
is.
check. And if I did get it, I will definitely
It
watch
was a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
And I think it was
I'm gonna have
literally
to
right
check into
after we
that.
talked about them.
I
Wait.
don't remember getting the link from you, but I will look for it and see if
Oh my God, I
that's
wonder
true.
if I even saw it.
And if it is, I'll watch it. And maybe we can put it on the...
We should put it in the comments if they don't get in trouble. And
Should
Mike
we?
is
Because,
mad
I mean,
or-
they banned us from playing their video.
But
Why would I
listen.
do anything for them?
Yeah, fuck them.
Stop it, both of you. Relax
Why would I
yourself.
do anything for Sublime when they banned us from
They
playing?
Yeah.
didn't ban
On the
us.
TV.
They were going through legal stuff, but now we know
They
why.
blocked
Rome
us.
was on the way out. It's possible. It's not confirmed, but it's possible if they continue. Because again, remember, Bud wasn't on the drums anymore. It's just Eric, who's on bass, which I know this is nothing.
Right.
Well, who's on the drums?
Since, because
I'm not
they're...
quite sure. They went through two different drummers now, so I don't know what's going to happen with this concert that Jacob was performing in. It was the original Sublime, but I don't know if they came back just for that concert or not, because it was a tribute. Can't breathe. I'm trying to get it out before he interrupts
It's a
me.
lot of information.
Because you're going to
in 10
interrupt
seconds.
me. It was a tribute to...
Anytime you need to interrupt, you just go like this.
until he hits me.
He won't.
Oh, we'll hit him back.
Don't worry.
God, I love We Got
Gotcha.
Yes! They're like a backup squad. But
I will...
it was a tribute show to HR of Bad Brains. Do you know the band Bad Brains?
Yeah, I've heard of Bad Brains.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
They were
impressive.
popular when I was a teenager.
Yes, they
before
were.
you were
Even thought
born.
of.
No, you're
it's
supposed to be my side.
Yes, I have heard of Bad Brains.
But, well, HR Bad Brains has cancer, I believe. I could be wrong with that. If you could fact check that.
What is
HR Bad Brains tribute concert. But a lot of times when a relative or son or daughter, they sound like they're older, like you would think Jacob would sound like Bradley, and he doesn't. He has his own sound, but it fits so nice. You said you saw it?
Yep, it was good.
It was really good. And now it's awkward.
Well, I was gonna say when you
Sorry,
put
put
your
my
hand
hand
in
in
my
front of
face.
you. That was very disrespectful. I shouldn't have done that. I kind of
Maybe
No, you're okay.
You're
we'll
fine.
give Sublime another chance. Put them on the TV behind us. And if they
Oh,
block us again,
they're going to block us.
We'll have to put a rainbow blockage on it, like we did
like the
before.
last time.
Now,
But I think it's a neurological disorder, not cancer.
thank you. I will say, Jacob's stuff by himself, the solo stuff he was doing before he played with them, I did not love it. But we already talked about that, so I won't repeat it.
All right. So the podcast is supposed to be about mostly music, not making fun of me. So what other music do you guys...
I think
What do
we
you
wanna
listen
make
to
it
now?
better.
I was
Definitely
going
think
to
we
say,
wanna make-
this could be a special
No.
episode.
Yes.
The
We'll call
podcast
it
is
the
supposed to
New
be
Year's
It's actually, what is...
talking about music.
Well, hold on.
Not
Why
making
are
fun
you
of me.
all of a sudden lying these rules out today? So...
It's not a rule.
Well,
Because
I
he
was
knows
actually
that
Because
we
he
have
knows
a
what's
lot of
coming.
stories.
What's
He
coming?
knows about the clothes in the bathroom. He knows about
The light,
the bed.
the bedding.
See,
So
Driving
pause
his-
those moments for 1 second.
Driving
Yes.
his
Oh,
bed.
no. I was absolutely going to turn this towards
Toward them?
Yes. So
So the
Thank you
podcast
for it.
name is what? What is the name?
Sisters? I don't
No,
know.
no, not our episode name, but the entire series. Is it Rick and Lars Music Blog?
It's a big block.
Is it Rick and Lars Music News Channel?
Right.
No.
Man, it could
Alright.
be called I Hate Everyone.
Oh! In there, I don't hear anything specifically
He's
saying.
really-
We can't hear stories.
He's really gonna hate everybody soon. So
All
I
right.
already hate everyone.
Look at how ready he is. I love it.
We are down to the last 45, so you two
Let's
have
go.
the floor. So giddy up.
where would, you,
Yes, Lady
where
of
would
the
you
law.
like us to start?
You can
Go
give
ahead.
them
Clothes.
the
Let's
floor.
talk about the clothes.
Oh, I
The clothes.
absolutely just did.
So
It's not your show.
But she's
So in the old house we
I'm the
lived, it was a
timekeeper.
row home,
Yeah, my
and so
God.
it had a long hallway upstairs and the bathroom, and it was an old door with an old lock, and it didn't
She
usually.
doesn't know what that means. Sorry.
It didn't
My
lock.
house I
I'm
live
sorry,
in is
you got it.
100 years old, and it's not been updated
Well,
much.
maybe she does know what that means. All right, go ahead.
And so Ricky would take a shower, and Shell.
Forcefully made.
The bathroom door.
Go in and knock on the
bathroom
door and say, Ricky, I really have to go
Yeah.
to the bathroom.
And so Ricky
So he'd unlock it.
would unlock it and
come
say,
in, go to
Okay,
the
in my
bathroom.
defense, if I didn't
and
unlock
grab
and
all
she
your
actually
clothes.
had to go to the bathroom,
You'd be in trouble.
I'd get in trouble.
he'd be in
Right.
trouble.
So I
So
had to
Shell
unlock
Shell
the
would
door.
go in,
scoop up
scoop
his
up all his
clothes.
clothes.
They would steal my clothes.
And the
then,
taller sister would put it on the light in
So
the
we,
hallway.
the hallway had, it was an old light fixture thing on the thing, and so you could hang stuff off of it because it was on the wall. It wasn't like on the ceiling, it was on the wall.
So I would
Animal.
get out of the shower
And he'd have no clothes.
dry off and have to walk out in a towel, and then I'd
But you know,
find
we
my
should have had to
clothes.
take the towel
I was just gonna
off.
say,
I don't know
what
why
are
we
you
didn't think about
complaining
that.
about?
Like,
You
drape
had a
around.
towel.
Did we clarify though that you're the middle child? I don't know that we did. Because that's
And the only
important
boy.
in this story.
I am the middle child.
So he'd come out in his towel and his underwear hanging.
My underwear would be hanging from the light.
His clothes
And
are
then,
at the
like,
bottom of
the-
the steps, and he's yelling to our mom, who could care less. She was just sitting out there watching TV, like,
Yeah, she never did anything.
Figure it
about
out.
it. Yeah, never
Tech
did
guys,
anything
the camera
about
went off.
it. Oh yeah, we lost it.
yeah, it did.
I have to pee. Can we pause for 10 seconds? Can we pause for 10 minutes?
And wait, look at this one. We'll be back.
We're back.
That was pretty good.
Really good.
That's all right. Good. Well, you gotta have the hand in there. And okay.
What was that?
Well, she already did it. I want to take her thunder away from her.
gonna do that?
Hey, that's a great
Freaking
song.
hate that song. That
What?
band.
Oh my God! How can you hate that one?
You hate ACDC?
I know
We
somebody.
talked
Dare you.
about
I
this.
know a little person that loves ACDC.
Like a midget?
I mean, he could be considered one, but he's only
They're called little
a year
people.
and a half
I
old, so I
need to upload
wouldn't say he's a midget. But he
Like a
loves
little
He
ACDC.
loves Thunderstruck.
Oh,
Dances to it.
that's so cute.
How old is he now? A year and a half,
Year
right?
and a half.
Yeah.
His hands start going first,
AC/DC.
And
His
then
hands,
You see his
he
hands
stands
going
there,
like
his
this,
hands start,
and then he
his
starts
hands are
bobbing his
decided,
head.
they start going like
Oh,
this.
don't you love
And then
that?
he starts.
Do you remember when the only
He
thing that would
loves
put Willow to
AC/DC.
sleep was Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire?
Mm.
My mom would have to hum it.
That's because it's the same verse over and over.
Oh God, such a music song.
That's a song I like Chris to hum. Ring of
Well,
Fire.
Christine's grandson loves Thunderstruck. That's his favorite song.
Well, now I kind of like it.
I don't know how you can like ACDC.
I
They're-
base.
They are the
Actually,
only...
it's second
Biggest
now to
song.
hand clap.
ACDC
He
is
loves
the
the
only
hand clap
band
song.
in history
Well,
that has stayed consistent,
Okay.
and they've never ever tried to change or have had to change.
Didn't
Their
they
style
change
of
lead
music.
singers?
Yes. It was Bon Scott to the
They
other
did
guy.
change their singer, but their
But that constitutes
style
a change.
well, they were forced to do that.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
died.
But
I
they've
know,
never
I know, it was out of
ever
their
tried
control.
to change
Just
the
trying
way
to point
they
out he's wrong.
sound, the way they look. They've always.
Actually, they
He's
had,
actually
been
pretty
the same.
they
short
had
too,
a
isn't
third
he?
singer for their tour recently, not too long ago.
Oh, they're still on tour?
Well, yeah, Axl.
How much are their
Axl Rose
tickets?
sang
I'd be
for them
curious.
for a little bit.
I hope they're
that
cheaper
was
than
actually
Pink.
longer ago than you think.
Really? It seems like it was yesterday.
It was 8 years ago.
8 years
I'm
ago.
getting old.
My
It was 8 years
goodness.
ago. And I did see that show, and I gotta tell you, Axl Rose was pretty
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
No, he did a really
I can't
good
even
job.
imagine him being good at anything. I mean,
It was really good. I was shocked because I thought going there, this is gonna suck, and
So what
Axl
was the
Rose
next
did a
story we were
really
gonna
good
go
job.
into?
The next
Wait,
story
are you?
was
You're like
You're interrupting his fire.
I told you not to talk
She's
over.
bored
people.
with your story.
Yeah, she's like.
I don't want to hear
She doesn't like
AC/DC. We have
AC/DC.
30 minutes left and we have the
Here
sisters.
to talk with the sisters.
Let's
We had another story.
Let's ask
Yeah,
Ricky
fine, go ahead.
where he
Yes,
was
Ricky.
going when he was driving his bed into town.
I knew this.
He
was
would
gonna
sit in his bed.
He would sit on the edge of his bed. He'd
Like a
cross-
truck bed?
no,
No,
just a
no,
regular bed.
bed. He'd cross his legs. He'd sit at the end and cross his
Yeah,
legs.
First off,
And we'd be like down in our bedroom, and all of a sudden you'd hear this.
okay. First,
He's driving across country like Smokey and the Bandit.
Funny. I have never heard this before.
Oh my god! And we'd be like, "What is he doing? I'm driving to town." We're like, "What are you driving?"
This big rig.
It's his bed.
so the first thing you have to understand is we were kids when this happened. Like,
I was like,
Obviously.
yesterday.
It wasn't
It was like
yesterday.
yesterday.
If I
wanna
see you
point
driving
out-
your
Yes,
bed
he's gonna come
now,
upstairs and he's gonna be like,
God.
if we see him driving his bed now, we're getting
He
video
was
of
actually
it.
on peyote yesterday.
We're calling the authorities if we see
I
that
just
now.
want to make it clear that this does not happen today. My wife doesn't walk in on me driving my bed or our bed.
in a white beater in your underwear.
He was in a t-shirt and his underwear while he did it, and he would sit cross-legged on his bed, and we'd hear this. We're like, what?
I was a kid. I was, it's one of those things.
It's just like the that Santa video where
what's
the
the
kids
video?
doing Rudolph. Santa Claus, the Santa Claus.
I don't know why you're snapping your.
Oh my God.
No goddamn.
She's
clue
really
what
trying to
you're
get us
talking
to
about.
imagine this shit right now. Come on. Imagine it. Come on.
Snapping your fingers does nothing because I have no clue what you're talking about.
I think it's like
All right,
jazz.
the guy who did
The Santa Claus movie, when the kid sets up his dining room table and does the strings and he's driving the
How
sled.
the fuck did you get that?
Apparently,
'Cause I love
snapping
that
your
movie.
fingers
Good
helps
Yeah.
in his
people out.
bedroom.
Well, she's got to put up with me. So.
Bedroom door. It's on his
Oh,
bed.
it's an. Oh, Oh, I thought it. Oh, but he
No,
has the
I just
dining room
watched
table
it.
chair set up as the reindeer, and
Oh,
then he has
awesome.
string, and he's driving
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
In his bedroom.
But he has a reason to. His dad is Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
so-
not Santa.
I'm not sure where you
Your dad's not Santa.
Rick's
Right,
not
right.
Santa. That is the name of the episode. Right there.
I don't
Hell yeah.
really know. What is the name of the episode?
Rick's not Santa.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know why I did that, but I do remember
Well, you should
Was
because
that
I was
the-
old enough to
She remembers.
like a daydreaming thing. And,
I don't know.
Kinda-
You're pretty red for it to
pretend
not be
playing.
real.
well, yeah, exactly.
That's
right?
good.
Pretend.
This is the
playing.
reddest I've ever seen your
Right?
face.
It must be the
Is
whiskey.
my face red? I
He didn't
can't.
drink the. Oh yeah, he did.
My face being red, I can't control that, and I'm gonna break.
Are you
the
gonna
rule.
try and
Why
check
are
it
you
right
getting
now?
on your
I gotta see
phone?
because I got.
We're not allowed phones.
No, it's not that red. I gotta check and see what my face looks like. Make sure I'm not.
It's not as red as it
It
can
looks like
get.
an Irishman on the St.
Not-
Patrick's Day.
It's not
It's
as red
pretty
as
much
it.
redder.
Yeah, it's not as red as it can get.
So what else do we have?
What else do we have? We have.
Yeah.
So
Oh
we
my
used
God.
to take all his
Why
bedding off
this-
his bed, throw it down the steps. He'd run down the steps to pick it up, bring it back up. He'd walk away. We'd throw it back down the steps. And I don't know how many times you
All
fell
of his
down
bedding,
the steps.
sheets, blankets, pillows.
I can only
laying
see him
on
get
it.
angrier and angrier with every trip
As
down the
he's
stairs.
yelling, my mom's
Yes.
sitting in the living room watching TV.
That's the problem with this whole scenario is the fact that our mother is home.
Let you try to fend for yourself to get
And
thick skin. I
She
feel it.
wouldn't do anything.
But
And
the
this
other
would
thing
go
is that
on.
he
Middle
would
child
walk away.
syndrome. Nobody cares.
He would walk away and
But he
leave us
never
there with
learned.
the bedding.
He never
This
learned.
would go
And the bedding
on
still-
for
Throw it back up, throw it back down the steps.
this would go on for like an hour of me running down the steps, yelling for our mother to tell them to stop, and
there it goes, back down to the bottom of the steps.
and she would say like she would yell at them and tell them to knock it off, but they would just keep going, and she would just sit there and
If I
Like,
was your
nothing
mother,
ever-
I would have just gone down to the bar and let you guys. yourselves.
There was a bar in the corner of the street.
There was a bar at the
Yeah. They would literally run upstairs, strip my bed down to the mattress.
Every
everything.
sheet, every pillow, everything he used, and threw
Down
it
to
down
the bottom
the
Suck it down the
steps.
steps. I would run
As he's
down-
carrying it back up the steps, but then he leaves it there.
Well, no, I would go back up and like put it back on the bed. Actually, most of the
walk
time I
away.
just
Then
kind
walk
of threw
away.
it on.
I was just gonna say there's no way you were making your bed because you don't make your bed now.
He didn't make his bed. He
I
threw
think
it
it's a
on
guy
there.
thing.
It's definitely a fucking guy thing.
You don't.
You don't make
just throw
beds.
That's
the
aggressive.
blankets on the bed.
It's because it's a pet peeve of mine.
Because-
Tosses the sheets
Yep.
up and
It
okay.
drives
Yeah.
me nuts. It
Yeah.
drives me
No.
nuts.
I don't understand why you need to have a bed made every
It's
day.
we
Oh
talked
my
about this.
gosh.
It's called being a crisp bed. It's something about getting into a crisp
No.
bed, especially
Listen.
when you're clean after a shower.
When you wake up in the morning
Oh, here we go.
and then you go to bed at night, the sheets are gonna do the same damn thing. They're just gonna get all messed up. Why?
Because it's not comfortable to get on a clumpy ass pile of sheets.
Wait.
I disagree because I've gotten in many a pile of sheets that are
Something tells me
clumpy
you
and
Yes,
I've
he
never
He
been
didn't have a choice.
uncomfortable. I've never been uncomfortable. I can
Now
tell
I
you
can
that.
see why they got you ready for that.
He didn't have a choice when he was little. He just
So my dad
pulled it off.
was in the military, and you could bounce a coin on
Off
those
those
sheets.
corners
Oh,
too,
no.
tucked in
So
corners.
that is where I get it from.
I
That's a
hate
whole
the
new, that's a whole other ball game.
I hate the tucked in blankets and sheets.
I need to ask
I
a
agree.
question.
I need to bring those
Hold on.
sheets out from under tucked and wrapped around my feet.
When you're sleeping, do you sleep with socks on?
No, that's
No,
gross.
he doesn't.
Okay. Well, anybody. All
Oh,
of us.
I don't.
That's
He
gross. I
does.
do.
No.
Why?
Because I have bad
weird.
circulation in my feet, so
That makes sense. Okay. How about,
just-
do you need the blanket to cover your feet, or can your feet or arms be out of the bed hanging off like loosey-goosey?
Well, I get very hot at night, so the
It
blankets go.
It depends on the hot
Then the blankets
flashes.
come back, and then they go off again.
GS gets hot flashes, so there's.
So prior to the hot flashes,
kind
though,
of. Oh, she's always covered up.
Yeah.
you
never
can't have
uncovered.
anything exposed or lingered out,
Yeah,
right?
she does.
No, not typically.
No, I usually have a foot.
Do you have a foot out?
I usually do.
Does it hang over the edge of the bed?
No, because then they get you.
Thank you!
holy crap.
Oh no, you don't hang anything
Right?
on the
Yeah,
edge
hell
of the
kind
bed.
of girl crazy shit is this?
They get ya.
Oh my god, I understand you. I feel
Oh
you.
my god, right?
Yeah,
They're there.
listen,
Don't
they
tell
are.
me they're not there. They're
What the
there.
hell is-
They're
what is
under
there?
that bed at night,
What's
and they
there?
will.
So,
Wow, they're there.
listen, whatever it is, it's there.
It's there.
Listen, and then
I'm gonna go
all right,
creeping
so
tonight,
GS, GS and Ricky have talked about. I think we've talked about it on the podcast.
Oh, we
Ghosts?
have, because I told
No, I'm
everybody.
talking about sleeping and
I
how
sleep
when you met.
For the record,
No, we don't need to know.
Naked.
Don't.
butt naked.
Butt
Yes,
naked.
we have talked about that. To me, you're too vulnerable. Are you kidding me?
Because they're under there, and
That'll
they come out
scare
at
more
night.
people if you get up butt naked and run. That'll scare people.
Too
You just get up and go,
vulnerable.
yeah.
Listen, we've
Naked
had
madman.
in this house that we live in now. We have had an instance where we actually thought somebody broke into the house.
Ooh.
I woke up, or actually Gina woke me up, and I grabbed at the time, the one and only gun that I had, and went for the door, and she says to me, "You're not going to put any pants on?" I'm like, absolutely not. And I walked downstairs,
That's true.
butt naked, armed.
That is true.
If I'm gonna
Armed
shoot somebody, I'm
with
gonna have my dick out.
Don't answer.
It's gross.
Yeah, I have to concur.
Sticking berries, just a wagging as you're going
No.
down the stairs.
Yep.
No.
I got my
Locked
Smith
and
and
loaded.
Wesson.
Well, no.
Full on
No.
with the 357 in my hand, butt naked.
And now we each have something to go downstairs with.
She don't sleep naked, so it's no fun. So she's always clothed.
Shorts and a t-shirt.
Because they're too vulnerable.
Now you're
What happens if the house catches on fire?
Run.
Oh, I don't care about that. I just need to be comfortable in my bed.
I mean, if the house catches on fire, then you might
got
have to go
insurance?
outside naked.
Yeah.
What to tell you?
You
Just
take
go.
the blanket with you from the bed.
There you go.
You
See?
wrap it around you and run out the house.
I don't think you're gonna wake up if there's a fire. You can't even wake up when your own
Me?
dog
Oh,
is
God,
barking
no.
at
There's
you.
No,
no way.
our fire alarms are so loud.
Yeah, that's
There's
not waking me
no
up.
way.
Unless GS is here, if there's a fire in the house and I'm sleeping, there's a possibility I'm not getting up
So you're a
Cooper's
heavy
until it's
sleeper.
too late.
See, I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
be a heavy sleeper. I wish.
Why? Because you don't sleep naked. That's why.
No.
You should
I
try it
have been
sometime. I bet you-
informed
You should try it sometime.
by
I
the
bet you you'll
person. I
sleep
can't
better.
because if we sleep, we don't sleep.
We would have many.
Stop. No.
You should try it sometime.
We can't.
I bet you will sleep better.
You want me to take a maternity leave at work?
Butt naked.
Because that's what would happen.
Ah!
It's him, not
All
me.
right, so now that we've established the sleeping thing,
Yes. What else
Would
do
you
we
like
have?
to
One
talk
one
about
last
anything
really
else?
good one.
would you like to embarrass me?
Those
Yes,
are probably
they do.
the best ones. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that.
Other than mom beating him with the spoons and stuff.
No, that
As
was
he's
normal
running
for.
up the steps.
He got beat with.
I
the spoon,
mean,
too.
I actually have a T-shirt that says I'm a.
Survivor.
Wooden spoon
Spoon
survivor.
survivor.
survive.
I'm gonna need
Let's
to
say-
I
get
don't know
that
that we did
T-shirt.
anything else.
I don't know if it says
I don't
wooden
know.
spoon survivor, but it definitely says something
I think
about it
it
being
is.
a spoon
I
survivor.
thought it had a
Popping
wooden
out of
spoon
my
on
head.
it. Didn't it have a wooden
It
spoon
did.
on it?
In reality, though, my mother didn't always hit me with a wooden spoon.
Sometimes
Literally,
flip-flop.
whatever she could get her hands on.
Whatever was laying around.
Whatever she could grab quickly,
She didn't beat you.
you were getting hit with. No, she didn't beat me, but
She was running up. He
Something
would run
I
tells
up.
would
me you
run-
needed
He
it.
would run up the steps on all fours trying to get away from her.
I
Terrible.
could not get away fast enough, and she'd be smacking me in my ass with whatever she could grab her, get
That's
her
actually
hands
kind
on.
of funny. I wish I would have saw
Oh my
that.
gosh.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, don't misunderstand. I was not beaten, or I wasn't abused. I was definitely disciplined
In the way you should have.
More than your
by a
sisters.
single mother.
Oh, I
who
used
is
to
who is
get
part Italian and
to get away from my mother's beatings. She would go to smack me on the ass, and I would move out of the way real quick. Woo! Would that piss her off?
I think I only did that
She would
once
miss.
to our mother,
She'd be
and
like,
I'm pretty sure she tried to kill me afterwards.
I did that multiple times, and my mom's got that anger in her face.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like,
You can see it in their face.
See, Pegalicious
I'm gonna walk
never,
right now.
not once. She never got that angry. She never yelled. I think maybe one time she yelled. I definitely deserved it.
You weren't spanked as a kid?
No, maybe that's what happened to me. I should have been.
It's because you're a baby and spanked.
No. From my siblings'
should, but they
stories,
didn't.
my siblings got it from my dad every now and then, but by the time I came around, they were just defeated.
I see.
Yeah, but getting spanked doesn't always work because I used to laugh and it would hurt and I would laugh because I knew it pissed her off. So I'd be like, "Is that all you got? Give me more."
See, I
Well,
agree. I
that's
don't know.
the-
Like Willow,
No
when she
way.
gets in trouble and she's nervous, she laughs. Like she, so I could see even people that aren't just being a cock off.
But
As
sometimes it's fun
generations
just to
have
see.
changed,
Yeah.
like just
oh, absolutely.
when our son was younger, he was spanked a few times, but
Yeah.
it kind of got to the point where I was better at threatening
Yeah.
an ass beating than actually giving the ass beating.
I spanked Johanna once when
Absolutely.
she had the diaper on, and I cried for an hour.
Oh, we would smack
I felt
Jesse's
so
hand
bad.
really
I
hard.
felt so bad. She looked at me like with these eyes, like, "What the? What did you just?" No, that was it. Never again. I cried so hard.
No, the butt spankings don't hurt.
She had a
That's
freaking
why
diaper.
you
She
have
didn't feel shit. She
exactly,
had a diaper
that's
on.
why you smacked them on the hand.
It's just the look she gave me. Willow,
3-inch.
I'm pretty sure
diaper.
she'd
There's nothing
fight
to
back
do
and
that.
destroy me. What did you say? I wasn't listening.
I know
He
because
said
you're
3-inch diaper, you don't
so
feel
you got a
nothing.
3-inch padded
Oh.
diaper on,
Which
you're
is
not
why
gonna
you
hide it.
smacked them on the hand. That's what we did.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any other. Then that we can
Yeah.
think.
You know you're gonna get
Those
home
were-
and then like in an hour you're gonna
yeah,
be like,
but those are the
"Oh."
best ones. Those,
Those
are the
are
ones
the
we
best
probably
ones.
talk
They're
about
good ones. Yeah.
the most.
So I have a question. When you go up to bed tonight, where are you driving to?
Eastbound and down.
He's not. He's gonna sleep on
Loaded
the
up
couch
his
like
truck.
Elvis does.
That is a good show.
Now I don't have to pretend. I just, well, not now, but normally, if it was running, I could just go jump in my Trans Am and
There
do it
you go.
myself, but I can't do that
You can pretend your bed is a train.
right now. Good thing that's Trans Am.
Put some black sheets on it.
Come on, Ricky, do it one
Yeah.
at a time.
There used to be some sound effects and like a
Did you
shift.
shift?
There
You
was a
shifted.
because our mother, when we were younger,
He was driving
always
to town.
had our mother always
Oh,
had stick
I
shift
got
cars,
the. So
and I
when
used to
my
pretend I
mom,
was driving.
what was she
stick shift.
driving when that happened?
Oh God.
What was she
Oh, here we
driving?
go.
Our
The
mother
camera went off.
had a. It would have been a '70s Challenger.
Is that what it was?
It was a
With the
Challenger.
door. So when you went to my grandmother's house at the down toward the when you went past it, there was this turnaround thing that went
It was
from
like a
Easton Avenue to
sharp
Stefco
turn.
Boulevard. It was like a sharp turn thing. And so as we're going around it, the door opens and Ricky falls out.
Okay, well, to back up,
I didn't think
the
that
car.
shit actually happened.
Don't tell
It's
your grandma
Kevin,
that
it's blurry.
There was a problem with the car door, and it actually used to. There was something wrong with the latch on it, so it did kind of pop open once in a while. And back then, car seats or car
I know.
seat
Seatbelts
belts
weren't a
didn't
thing.
really It may have had seatbelts, but
I'm sure it
nobody
had
ever wore it.
seatbelts, but they didn't require
Yeah,
I
kids.
didn't think shit like that
kids
actually
and stuff to
happened.
be in it. Oh, they
Like, I
happened.
remember falling asleep on the
No.
door, and my mom would be like, "Don't lean on the door; it's gonna."
He
You fell
She
out?
went around this bend and
Did she
out
come back
he
and
went.
get you, or did you
Oh,
have to
she did
walk?
because she looked at him and said, "Don't tell your grandmother."
We were on our way to our grandmother's house, which was a block and a half down the street from this turn, and I fell out, and she did stop immediately, and then she ran around and then got me, and I put me back. So we start driving, and we're like just about to make the turn, and she looks at me and she says, "Do not tell your grandmother." I'm like, oh God. And like she had that look in her face like,
I'll kill you."
if you tell her. And I was like, oh God, okay, I won't say a word.
I'm trying to think of how to replace "over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go." Something about you falling out of the car.
I mean, if our
Until
grandmother
next
was,
time.
if she was outside on her front porch, she might have seen the whole thing happen. It was literally right down the street from her house when this happened. If she was outside on the porch, she would have been like, "Wait, what? Is that my grandson?
in the road.
Is that my daughter's car? What the
He was
hell?"
rolling down the street.
I like
might have
when you're
never
like, and
seen
the latch
Ricky again.
sometimes didn't. So did this ever happen more than once, or
No,
just
I
the
think
one
that was
time?
only once.
The car door had opened a few times, but nobody. I was the only one. That was only the falling out.
It's a whole new meaning to
So
tuck it
many
all
things
away.
happened to
happened.
Ricky. He fell out of a
Only ever
cart
happened
at the
one time.
laundry. That was across the street from Graham's house.
I don't remember
The laundry thing
laundromat, but
In those
apparently it
carts
had
that
a-
they
Yeah.
have, he fell out and he cut his face open. And
That I
that was
don't remember.
across the street. There was a grocery store and a little laundromat attached to it across the street from our house. And so he was in the cart and somehow he fell out.
Somehow.
Somehow. He had
Things that happened,
he had
and
beans
then
up his
I-
nose and ears.
What? Oh yeah.
Dude,
The beans thing.
did you do that willingly?
Yes, he did.
You know you're not
See,
supposed to stick
This
things in
is
your nose.
where. This is where you have to
where it's-
learn the
way?
language and the things that she says.
The lines are
When
blurred.
she says things like, "Of course he did," I didn't do that.
Hold on. Jesse did the same thing.
Jesse
He
did the
put
same
a
thing.
coffee bean in his ear.
So when I was a
In
kid,
the ear? What?
In his ear.
Well, it was in his ear, and so we took
Did
him.
he think he
wasn't-
could hear something?
it wasn't just in my ear; it was in
We
my
took.
nose.
So my mom took him to the ear, nose, and throat doctor.
Yeah,
And as
there
he's
apparently
examining
was a
him,
problem.
he looks up and goes, "There's one in his nose too." She's
There was beans in my ear and in my nose. And
I thought you just
I-
you said it wasn't true. So is it true?
Oh, no,
it's
it's
100% true. The part that's not true is that I did not do it.
He did it.
How did
No.
it get there?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Thank
Come
you.
Exactly. So
Oh yeah, she held you down and pushed it up.
yeah,
Denial.
No.
that's exactly what happened.
Richard.
So
I don't know
my
about
older
that.
sister
I have this T-shirt that
allegedly.
says, "What does it say? Don't be a Richard." Did you like it?
Allegedly, when we were kids, my sister may have taken a bean and stuck it in my ear.
No.
And then one in my nose, and
No.
then I had to go to the doctor.
There's no reason for me to have done that.
Here's what's really funny. 30 years later, our son, one day, Gina, and I'm in our bedroom, and Gina and Jesse Gina comes running upstairs with Jesse. She's
No.
holding him.
No, not upstairs. We were in the ranch.
We were here.
No, we were not.
Here we go.
No, we were not. We were
Okay.
at.
And
The
then,
I
ranch.
trust you. Yes.
no, we were here.
We were not.
Dude, a mom doesn't
So-
forget.
This was
Exactly.
when Jesse was about 4 or 5 years old.
He was not.
If he was younger, how would he have picked up the bean and put it in his own nose?
Because at 2 years
He
old,
was
they can do
2.5 years old.
Lucas can pick up a
He
bean
found
and
the
stick it
coffee bean on the floor and he stuck it it in his ear.
Okay, honey, that wasn't.
You are wrong by 1,000%.
I remember the story, but I don't
shape
remember
saying
where
we
you
need to
were.
take him to the
Mom doesn't
hospital.
forget.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
You
remember where you
cannot
were.
tell me I am wrong.
I remember the story because I remember laughing. We were
No, no.
laughing
Here's
hysterically
the-
because he did the same thing.
Exactly.
The only reason I know that it was here is because.
It was not here.
Okay,
It wasn't. Nope.
I hate
the
when
only
he does
reason
that.
I know that it,
yell in the microphone.
Okay, seriously, listen. You're
No, seriously, you're wrong. You're wrong.
the only reason I know it was here is because after this
How is that?
happened,
How is that in your ear?
I stood Jesse on our sink, the
At
double
the
sink that
ranch
we have
house.
right now. No,
At
it's,
the ranch house.
you're a goddamn ranch house, you lunatic. Are you crazy? He, at 2.5 years old, no kid is picking up a bean and putting it in his own ear.
Oh my god.
I would disagree.
I would
Lucas
disagree
could
with
do
that.
that. Lucas would do it now, and he's
100%.
only a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not true. It was
Are
in
Are you?
this
Hold
jar.
on, hold on, hold
talking
on.
right
How
now.
old was Rick when he did it?
Oh God!
I didn't do it.
don't
That's
know.
the.
I-
You didn't do it.
I don't. We'd
Was
have
he
to ask-
older than
Oh,
2?
no. Well, I would have been 4. I don't know. We'd have to ask my mom. I honestly don't remember.
What 2-year-olds?
I
do it?
remember going to the doctor, so it would have had to been a time I would have
That you
had to
could
been old
remember.
enough to remember.
Okay, so
So, because I
Gina-
remember taking
In
them to the
ranch
doctor.
house.
Gina brought Jesse into our bedroom and was freaked out and yelling that we had to take him to the hospital.
Right. Right.
And I said,
So what you're
"What the
saying?
hell are you talking? Shut up!" And I said, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "There's something in his ear, and I can't get it out." So I stood him on our sink and
What
looked
did
in
the
his
sink look
ear,
like?
and I see this little like black or brownish spot in his ear, and I'm like, "Wait, what the hell is that?" So in our nightstand, I had a little pair of tweezers, so I went in and started like picking at it and moving it around, and all of a
What if
sudden
it
I
was like
turned
a
it
spider?
sideways, and I realized it's a
Spider.
freaking coffee bean.
What are we in Colombia?
So I pulled the bean
It
out,
does happen.
and
It
I said to
happens.
her, "I'm like, we don't need to go to the hospital. We're good."
Outside of club.
So I grabbed my phone and I called my mother and I said, "Mom, Jessie found a coffee bean on the floor and stuck it in her ear, and without skipping a beat, she says, 'Well, that apple didn't fall too far from the tree, did it?'"
So she knows that you did it.
No,
Yeah, I'm gonna go
she-
with this.
Yes!
You fucking did
That's
it.
what you just
You
said.
did it.
no.
Yeah.
Yes.
She was talking about the fact that
That
I
you did it.
no, that
Tree knows.
Come on
I
now.
Yes.
once had.
Oh my
something
god.
stuck
You are
in my ear.
impossible.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get my
I
mother on the
give
phone
her
right now,
props
and
for-
she's gonna tell you that
Not-
it was Christine that stuck
I'm pretty
those
sure
in
she
my
will
ear.
not say
Okay.
that. But she
Yeah.
would know. She would know how old we
She's
were.
not gonna answer the phone if she does. She know that
Put her
there's
on
a
speaker and
podcast?
put it up
She
to the
would
microphone.
answer. She'd answer.
We're gonna get my mother on the phone.
I don't know if I would call the
We're gonna
house
get
phone. though. I
my
would
mother
try
on
her
the
cell
phone, and then
Alright.
break.
we're gonna
Gina has to
end
take a
this
break.
episode. No, honey, we're almost done. 2
Listen,
seconds.
I'm peeing my pants over here. So.
Oh, okay.
They smell like circus peanuts.
You were peeing in your pants.
I figured out why I do move over here because when he talks, he moves his hand a lot, and I'm scared he's gonna hit me. It's not that I'm trying to hit on you, just so you know.
I
know,
moved
I'll
my
hit
hands
for you.
on.
Sit
Alright,
back.
hold on a second.
Did you call her cell phone?
Oh my god. I feel like we're gonna get in trouble.
It's our first call.
No, she'll answer.
Hello?
Hello?
Tell her what you're on.
Madra.
Hello? What?
We have
So-
some stories to verify.
Wait,
Um,
let me call you back in a couple of minutes.
no. You can't do that. You can't call us
I have
back. In.
Marilyn on my phone.
Okay, but we're on a podcast right now.
Okay?
So we just have a really quick question. It'll take 2 seconds.
Okay.
When I was a kid, who you had to take me to the hospital because there
Not
was
the
a bean
hospital.
in my ear and in my nose?
That's correct.
How did those bean and how did that bean and and how did the bean get in my ear and my nose?
Well, there's two different stories. One was you stuffed it up there. The other one was Christine stuffed them up there.
I
How
see.
how
And
old
if you
were we?
had to
And how
choose
old
which
were
one
we?
was the truth.
You were maybe 3 or 4.
So I would
I'm
have been
thinking.
about 5 or
First
6.
of all, you had it in your ear, and I looked in your ear, and I thought it was like a pus sac. So I took you to the doctor, and the doctor pulled it out, and he said, "Nope, it's a bean." And he said, "If there's a bean in his ear, there's probably one up his nose." So he looked up your nose, and he said, "Yep, there's one up there." And
So
he
was
said,
it up
"I
his
can't
ass?
get it. You're gonna have to take him to the hospital."
I see.
So off you went.
Off he went.
All right.
Okay.
Ask your mom if she remembers the episode about Jesse with the coffee bean. in
And
his
do you
ear.
remember me calling you and telling you that Jesse put a coffee bean in his ear?
I think I do remember that.
And where were we living at the time?
Would you say that we were living in the house we're in now, or the first house?
I think that was the first house.
Okay.
I think, I'm not positive, but I think it was.
Okay. All right. Well, Madre, you're now part of the podcast. We thank you for answering your phone.
Thank you.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Mom.
So we verified that you were wrong on both accounts.
No, I am not.
Yes.
I'm not wrong on either account.
Okay, bud.
I'm still correct, and
Yeah, that's what you like to think.
you did that to me.
No. So you would have been, if he was
Like the
3 or 4,
hair-
I was 5 or 6.
Just like the
So
hair
we were-
thing.
So his teen
the
would have been
silly.
like,
There's
"Here,
a
put this
silly
in your
putty
ear."
in my eyes.
The silly
See what
putty.
happens.
Silly putty in
Let's
the
see if
eyes.
you can grow beans out of your ear.
There's a picture
There's
of
a picture.
me.
He had silly putty on his
I have silly putty
eyes,
like
mouth, ear.
plastered
I don't
to my
remember.
eye.
Oh,
I
that?
have the
Yes, there are pictures of that. Yeah.
that was
I
put on
have that
Facebook,
picture.
and my mother believes that it was all her exact comment was, "That looks like the same person did that did the hair thing,
Wrong. Oh, the hair thing?
the ponytail." and the
I
hair.
will deny that too because I don't know how that would be possible.
Yeah, you were pretty little,
Thank you.
and that
She
was a
was
very
not
good
that
ponytail.
little. She was not
It
that
was
little.
it was way too nice of a ponytail for
I
me.
was
to-
little.
What did you say?
She was too little to do that nice of a ponytail.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Have you tried to do a
She was
ponytail?
She
older.
literally took my hair and put a rubber band around it. What are you talking
I
about?
have to agree with
It's
Husband,
sticking
did you
straight
do a
up.
ponytail?
No.
It's
well,
not a
depends on how thick your
ponytail.
hair
It's
is.
literally sticking straight up
Yeah.
to the side.
Side pony.
Like a
It's not
Fraggle
that-
Rock.
Not that great.
Fraggle Rock.
It could be the start of the man bun. That's what that could be.
Oh.
Exactly.
The hefty bag.
that could be what started it. And
It's a shame you
if
didn't have
that's the
enough hair to
case,
carry
I
that through.
apologize to every human being alive for starting
What's
the
wrong with man
bun.
buns? Are you just jealous you can't have one?
Oh,
No,
God.
they're so ugly.
Even if I could have one, it's the stupidest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life.
I agree.
Even Jesse with his long hair, he wouldn't put
He wouldn't
his in a
man bun it?
bun.
The only reason
Absolutely
Jesse
not.
doesn't have one is because I told him if I ever saw that, his uncle and I would
No,
kill him.
he has no interest in doing that.
We'd beat him to death.
He would definitely take some ribbing and a beating.
You know?
Right, thrown in the pool, launch his
I
ass.
think it's just, I mean, it's hair. They pull it up in a pony. What does it matter?
No, he uses a headband or
What
he
does
uses
it
a hat.
matter?
What does it
It
matter?
It
matters.
looks like
It
you've
lives
just
on
tied a...
Facebook forever now, so it might matter to
It-
him.
It looks like you've literally taken the top of a garbage bag and stuck it on the top of your head that's tied off.
That's what I look like every Saturday morning.
But what is
like
it
what
called
sumo
with the little
wrestlers have
kids,
their
little
hair?
girls?
Flip my
when they
hair
wear
upside
their
down,
hair
I put it up. I don't care what it
Sumo
looks
wrestlers
like.
They
have-
call that something.
It's ridiculous.
I have no idea.
So actually, it's a Japanese hairdo.
don't do that.
I'll show it to you.
Cue the music.
Yep.
All right, so are there any more
Yes.
embarrassing stories, or
Anything you want to close with?
are we done?
I don't think I can think of any anymore.
I mean, the
Rings very
closing, I think we've closed with the bean thing. I mean, that was pretty. We got my
That was a
mom
good
on the
one.
podcast, which
Yeah.
I never thought we would do, so
That was
That
fun.
was a good.
that's pretty
That was
good.
And GS was
Correct. As always.
Okay.
Okay.
This
But we didn't argue with that.
amazing.
We knew that.
has been
awesome.
Fun as
a
always.
really
Fun
fun
as always.
episode of IHE
I
I
finished
concur.
my
with our special
Whiskey?
guests,
You can't
my
even finish the
sister,
sentence.
my younger sister Michelle,
I was
Right.
not prepared.
and my older sister Christine. I'm Rick.
Laura, why are you pointing to everybody?
Thanks for watching.
I'm GS.
Oh, GS does have to say goodbye to
That's
all
like
her
Buddy
fans.
Christ.
She's got
This
some
one's on
fans.
his phone.
Yo, GS does have fans.
He's not allowed on
GS
his
has
phone.
some fans, so
Why
she's
is he
gonna
on
say
his
goodbye to them.
All right.
Thank you
Greg
for
out.
listening.
Thank you for watching my IHE. In the kiss room.
Leave comments.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Well, thank you.